Now, rich friend, there is a huge difference between starting a side hustle and getting a second job. Even though they're used kind of interchangeably, they shouldn't be, but it's the Bougie Budgeter, and I'm going to help you decide if you really need a second job. I want to start this off by saying I was raised in a household with a dad that had two full-time jobs. My daddy, shout out to my big man. He would work during the day, come home, sleep for a couple of hours, and then wake up and go to work at night. And he did that for about 25 years. That's how we survived. My mom also worked too. So between the two of them, they worked three full-time jobs. I know that a lot of people are starting this trend of like overemployed and what that looks like because you can work multiple jobs from the comfort of your home now. One summer, I also had three jobs. I was not getting enough sleep when I had three jobs. You can't successfully have multiple jobs without strong time management and sleep. When I had those three jobs, I was literally like, I will never do this again. I'm only looking forward to having one job that pays like three. And I did it. Shout out to me, pat myself on the back. Renaming things that already exist is just really funny. And it's funny that people are going to consider themselves overemployed, but my dad just had two jobs. My dad was just like Julius, okay? And my mama was Rochelle. My man has two jobs. When you are considering getting a second job, you want to consider what your time and availability truly is. Some people cannot sustain two full-time jobs. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of load on someone. But maybe you can be a person that can sustain a full-time job and a part-time job. Time is definitely the first thing that you want to consider because there is no use in running yourself ragged and deteriorating your health simply for an extra paycheck. My next point is get the second job safely. What I've been seeing that a lot of people are getting in trouble with is that they get a second job that are in the same field, same industry, and the companies are competitors. You will lose both jobs trying to work for competitors. You want to make sure that your second job is not in any way a conflict of interest for your first job. This is another reason why I refuse to start a career or get a job with a company that is in the financial industry. There's going to be a conflict of interest with me as the Bougie Budgeter. I just don't want to have to go through those approvals, have all of my videos approved and overviewed by the company before I can post them. There's a lot of people who have lost their second jobs because they posted about it, they talked about having multiple jobs, and they didn't do it in a safe way. If you are going to get a second job, I would very much encourage you to let your manager know. You don't have to give them all of your business, but let them know that you are going to be splitting your time or that you had to pick up second work, because what you don't want to happen is getting the second job and having your first job performance lack. I did that terribly when I had my three jobs that summer too. I just didn't understand time management and just having open communication and dialogue. People really do appreciate that more. And if you realize the money is just not worth it, just stop. Just stop, and it's fine. You will find another way to make up that income. And the last point I want to make is setting your goals and your intentions. Whenever you go into something, especially when it comes to money, I think that setting goals, intentions, and thresholds are super important. So if you are starting a second job, what is the reason? What's the goal? And start crafting your exit plan. It's a little different for my dad because his goal was to support his family. But his exit plan was, once I was an adult and I was safely and secure in my career and making money as an adult by myself, then he would transition and retire. Set your goals, your intentions, and create an exit plan. The whole purpose of bringing in the extra money or focusing on increasing your cash flow is so that in the next 3 to 5 years be able to free up more time so that you're not spending all of your energy and all of your life at work not being able to live and do the things that make your soul go on fire. That's really where I want to leave this conversation at. I want to just to give you some other ideas to consider. Getting a second job is wonderful if you can do it safely, if it doesn't take too much away from you. But once it starts taking over your world and you start losing sight of what was the whole purpose of getting the second job in the first place, that's where it kind of gets fuzzy. If it's just to have some more money to do traveling, then I need to see you doing traveling. And you said, oh, I did this so I can have more money for traveling, but you're sitting all day working and not traveling. I'm just saying, friend. But I will see you in the next one. Bye.